Hey, it's Anthony Meisner with Land Title. I wanted to bring you a market update for the city of Broomfield detached single family housing. The market in Broomfield has been out of control for years, but where we've seen a huge shift is over the course of the last year. We are getting to the point where there's just no inventory on the market. And you can really see right now the number of under contracts are actually suffering because there just aren't enough homes coming on the market for sale. There's way more buyers active. There's this big amount of pent up demand from 2020 that's taking place right now, and our solds are as high as they physically can go. So if this is the time to list your home, the answer is absolutely if you're ready to move out, because you will get top dollar for your home, especially in Broomfield. Now, look at some of these numbers. We are showing that the solds are up 20% year over year. Take that with a grain of salt, because it doesn't mean that there's that many more homes selling. March of last year was the beginning of the shutdown. So that created some issues, and the year over year numbers are going to be really skewed. People didn't really list houses last year in March, right? They had to wait a few months. So lots of things are going on, but we do know that the number of under contracts are really starting to suffer because there is nothing to buy. And you can really see that represented in this chart here. Now, if you look over at average sales price, because the supply is so limited, people are willing to pay a fortune for homes right now, and about 100,000 more than they were last year, in fact. So a lot of people are making a lot of money in equity, and it's increasingly difficult for buyers to get under contract. But the nice thing is, now that homes are selling more expensive and they're moving up, it's going to be easier to keep them appraising, and there's going to be a lot more sales and comps at these higher prices available. So it is a good sign. The only problem being that wish we could just create some more inventory for everybody to purchase. Broomfield is going to do surprisingly well. It has been for years. We're talking about a shift of about 18% in equity in that marketplace for as far as the average goes. Now, if we look at the number of sales, you can see here that as fast as the inventory is coming on the market, it's able to sell. So we have 199 sales this year. That's actually up 2% from a year ago. You're going to see the sales continue to be over where they were last year because April and May had so many issues during COVID. Now, what we are going to realize here is that we probably won't be able to keep up all year, just because there's not enough homes coming on the market in Broomfield. And so what we're going to see here is we're going to see numbers a lot more like February, where we're 10% off of where we were a year ago. The nice thing is that with the way that the shutdown went, we're going to outpace last year, and last year was a pretty banner year. So we're going to have all year to make up for some of that spring buying season that's going to take place again. I think this is good news for residents of Broomfield, because with literally 0.2 months of inventory, which is basically less than a week, you're getting record appreciation. It's really going to drive your property values up. As we've kind of seen in the past, Broomfield has already been kind of outpacing the market with property value increases. So if you own a home in Broomfield, it's fantastic. If you are buying into this market, it's not too late, right? It's going to take us years to dig our way out of the inventory shortage we have across most of the Front Range at this point. So not too late to buy, for sure. Definitely get in there if you can. The supply of inventory is just the hardest part about purchasing a home in Broomfield right now. With 0.2 months of inventory, we are about 20x less than balance, right? A balanced market is 4 to 6 months, and 0.2 is 1 week. So we have a big gap there, and the sellers really hold all the cards in a market like this, but it doesn't mean it's not worth buying, right? Because you can now capture that appreciation that's going to take place. If we're talking about around 20% for the year, that's going to be an incredible number that you wouldn't get if you didn't get a jump on the market. Days on market are increasingly lowering. That's just because there's so much demand with no little homes on the market. So they're going under contract about as fast as you can get them on the market. 13 days on market really just means that 13 days is the average until something goes under contract. But keep in mind, most of those homes, in the median of this number, is more like 4 or 5 days. So this is a good representation of it kind of shows you where Broomfield has trended over the last few years, and really takes you into just how extreme the market conditions are now. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'm Anthony with Land Title, and I hope you have a great day.